What's good, y'all, man? Today we are going to be talking about how to make the 610 99 block point forward. That's why his number is 99, you feel me? 610 point forward with contact dunks, 99 block, and ISO the big. I mean, this is probably my most fun build I made all year. You know, I'm going to make this build video a little different. We're just going to go straight from the builder, and I'm going to show you the version I made, and then I'm going to talk about it a little bit, and just let y'all see it. Then I'm going to go to the actual build I have maxed out. So let's get right into the video. So first thing you guys are probably seeing is that it obviously says two-way table setter for the build name, and that's obviously not the name you're gonna start with. We decided to cap break the the speed with ball and the ball handle on this build, so that's why the name starts with two-way table setter. But once you add the cap breakers, it does change the name completely. So let's go edit build. So first thing, obviously small forward 6'10", we went 211. 211, that gives you the 92 block. I planned to use this build as the primary big man, especially on the twos, which is like the main place I wanted to use this build. So because of that, I wanted to make sure I had at least 92 boards, so if I felt like I was going to get horsed, I could max +2 to legend, etc, etc. And then I also went max wingspan, solely just because I wanted a character with max wingspan. Okay, so if you were remaking this build, you want to make it a different way, one of the things I would definitely tell you to do, especially knowing the information we know now that the wingspan doesn't really impact the jump shots as much as it has in past years, you can get away using like a shorter wingspan build with high perimeter and you'll be fine. So I would say go down to probably 2 ticks at least, right? If you wanted to make like a 6'10" build, and then if you wanted to make like a really comp one, you could go minimum wingspan, or you could even just go down enough to get, yeah, so I'd probably go 6'10", 7 foot right here, right? If you want to go like kind of like a mid in between arms, but if you go middle wingspan, you could get a 93 ball and a 6'10", right? So that could be crazy. 6'10s do have a lot of potential, okay? But the build I made was a max wingspan because I wanted max wingspan. I wanted to look glitchy when I dribbled, all right? So 6'10 small forward, 211, 7'4 wingspan. All right, we're gonna get right into the attributes now. Now I think some of these got messed up because I was just messing around with it. So this is the build I went with exactly, okay? So we got the close shot 65. Let me expand this so y'all can see the badges. So with this build, right, the main parts we're going to be cap breaking are going to be our driving dunk, and we're going to be cap breaking our ball handle, and then obviously our block, right? Outside of that, everything else is going to be kind of just like an extra. So like, for example, driving dunk cap breakers, this gets very good driving dunk cap breakers with the 78 driving dunk. And then also being a 6'10", I'm kind of like a plate glass. Like I have the 83 ball, I can catch and shoot fine, and then if I need to rip through and go by the big, I have the speed to do that. But y'all gonna see exactly what I mean when I get to all of the playmaking attributes, and then I go show you the build I have that's already maxed out. Right now it might be a little harder for you to tell because you're seeing 79 driving dunk, 56 standing dunk, which can't go any lower because I wanted my vertical to be a certain level so that I can eventually cap break this driving dunk to get to 79, or to 79, to get to 89 driving dunk, right? So this is going to be, like I said, this is kind of like a Ben Simmons build. Ben Simmons, he had a jumper, right? You got the 85 pass sec. You're going to have the ball handle and speed with ball to create your own shot, right? And then you have the 90, 89, but 90 interior, right? 83 max perimeter, 73 steal with the max wingspan, and then you +1 the interceptor to gold. I'm telling you, you do get a very good amount of steals. You get lots of great animations as well. That's why I like this build. I kind of use it as like a 6'10 lock. Obviously, I play the big with this build. I don't try to play the 2 with it, but the build can really do its job. Like I can easily just play fully as like a kind of like a role player, fill in the blank player. Don't need to really be a creator and just help the team out. And then obviously, like I said, we're going to cap break the block. We went 94 block. Lots of builds, as you have seen, have gone 93 because 93 gives you paint control gold. So they stopped 93. And one thing I saw in another video that I think is a very good point, it's very unfortunate that lots of people went 93 because if they just went 94 block, that means that eventually they could cap break to get 99. Now, like I said, this build is built around the 99 block, but there are a lot of other attributes on it that I do want to get up first, like the driving dunk, and maybe even get the mid-range up a little bit so it could be a little bit better of a shooter. So I will eventually cap break the 99 dunk, but I primarily want to do that for like my season challenges or the season cap breakers. So like by like December, right, in like 2-3 months, I'll probably have it out because I also did defensive specialization on this build. So I have 2 cap breakers from that, right, which I'll go right here. That's 96, and then after that I only need 3 more. So that'd be 3 more seasons. not counting the first season. So season 2, 3, and 4. So by season 4, I would have a 99 block. You see what I'm saying? And then all the other cap breakers I get in between, that's the stuff I'm going to use for like standing dunk, for filling my mid range. Maybe I'll add more pass back. I don't know. Maybe not. Probably not. But yeah, this is the idea of the build. Basically like a very versatile big man, 6'10", speedy big man, minimum weight. Or sorry, not minimum weight, but as low as I could to get the 92 rebound, while I still have the 76 agility, so I can still switch on to a guard if I have to. Obviously I don't like to, but if I have to, I still have good speed where I'm outrunning all the 7'4s and I can guard the 7'4s. That's another thing. I love to see a 7'4 because I'm dropping them off every time. Okay, they can't shoot on me ever, and then they can't guard me. So it's always a fun game whenever I see a 7'4. But obviously, ever since that last patch, they've been a lot more missing. But another thing, obviously, too, I went 61 free throw. I actually do like this build a lot in the rec, but I have this little secret free throw that I'd be using. That's money for me. If y'all need it, I'll let you know. But I'll be chilling with the 61 free throw. I think as time passes, maybe next year, when I'm still using this build, I might add a cap breaker, 1 or 2 on the free throw, because it just takes 1 to get it to like a 70. But to be honest, I probably won't, and I'll probably just rock like this. But this is the overall idea of the build that I went with. Like I said, it probably does not look that crazy to y'all right now. So let me go to show y'all the main, like the max out one I have, and then we're going to talk from there. So like I said, we're going to continue, and you're going to see it's going to give you the name two-way table setter. And also, even looking at those shades, I mean, Karolinko, Cooper Flag, KD, like those are valid shades, right? So now I'm going to go to the maxed out version I have right now, and we're going to go from there, all right? Now we are on the maxed out two-way point forward cleaner. Obviously not the two-way table setter, but let me just let y'all know, just so y'all know I'm not lying. So I don't think I'm capping. This is the same build, two-way point forward cleaner, two-way table setter. So yes, once you have the cap breaker in this build, you get this name. I also have the two-way point forward name as well, but I like the two-way point forward cleaner because I just feel like it's, I don't know, it's, why not have more words, right? So we're gonna look at the attributes on this so you can see where I did my cap breakers, and then I'm gonna show you the actual cap breakers. So right now, so far we got 76, 70 for the cap breakers. I went what's it called? I'm gonna show you the full thing. So I do plan to add another +2 to max it out and get a 78 and a 70 for the speed with ball and the ball handle. And then after that, I obviously will be done with the playmaking cap breakers. Another place I could maybe eventually add it would be on the pass act, but that's something that I'd be doing way later down the line. Not a big priority. And then another cap breaker I mentioned to you guys was the vertical. I only had to add 2 vertical to get the 78. And you also need an 89, so 3 + 3, which is 6 right here, and then 2 + 2, which is 4, means just adding 4 cap breakers, I'll have 89 dunk. And I could get to 91, but I'll probably just stop at the 89. So I do get the 89 dunk and 78 vert with just 5 cap breakers. So that will be the next thing I work on. And then after that, I'll probably just focus on my block and get my focus on getting my block to that 99. But like I said, the block isn't going to be as serious. I'm probably going to prioritize that with just my seasonal cap breakers that I get from hitting level 40. Another place I also mentioned is my my mid-range, because by going 75 mid-range and having it lower, I do miss out on some jump shots. I know getting it to 83, which is what I get by doing these 4 or these 8, would get me the Michael Porter base. So that's something I definitely would like to try out on this 610. So yeah, that's the main idea for this build. Another disclaimer, guys, this was just a fun build. Like, I really wasn't expecting this to be like a meta build, but I have a lot of fun on it. Like, I really like this build a lot. Another place I could eventually add some cap breakers is the steel. It gets up to 83. I'd probably stop around 79, which would give me both silver badges, especially if there is some type of steel patch where steels become a lot more valuable. But outside of that, I mean, the build is pretty much ready to go. I mean, we don't really care about the close shot, driving layup. If I want to take a 2, I want to dunk. I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So that is the main idea with the build. I mean, I really like this build. I feel like this build be hooping for me, bro. And like I said, the big men, the main reason why I made an ISO big men hate having to play defense. They like to play help defense, but they don't really want to have to play guard somebody. So you can pull off lots of, step back threes. You can basically just drop 21 on a big very easily compared to a guard. Because the people who are on guards are used to guarding people who are shifty. People who are on bigs they're not really used to guarding someone who's shifty. So next thing I'll give y'all will be in animations and stuff like that for the 6'10 dunk packages, all of that. Because like I said, the 79 driving dunk is a little bit annoying, but that will be it for me, y'all. Like I said, this build, man, I be fucking with it. This is probably my most fun build I use this year. No cap. Like, this is my favorite build so far. This and my small guard, but y'all not gonna see my small guard yet. That's for next season. All right. If y'all watching the video all the way through, I do appreciate y'all. It's your boy Aura. I'm gonna be seeing y'all again soon with a jump shot video, and then I can give you some animations for the 6'10. Man, I actually, you know what? I just got a lot of content coming up for y'all soon. I made a few builds, so I gotta make sure y'all see them too. It's your boy Aura. I'll see you later. I hope you have a great day.